Hello, everyone. Sorry, I am super late. I came home and went to sleep. I am exhausted. Yeah, I was like, Lord. I woke up and then realized it was like going on 7 o'clock. I was like, damn it. But oh well, here I is. And right now, I am not working on anything at the particular moment at all. I'll put my camera on in a second. Hey, Mater. Hey, Rudy. Oh, but anyway, like I said, I came home, took a nap, and forget that was after woke up was after 7. So what is everyone doing at the particular moment? How is everyone? I was going to do my live in the house, but I didn't feel like it. And today I'm not doing anything, so no crochet, no nothing. I thought about doing crochet, but I don't know what I want to do. Like, I still have to finish these headbands I started, but I'll probably start on those tomorrow. I finished one last night, but not much. Hey, Bree, for the fall. Yeah, those are the crickets in the backyard. They're super loud today. I do not know why. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I do not know why these crickets are like super loud today. I do not know why. I honestly don't know why they're super loud. But normally they're never this loud, honestly. And I'm like, this is honestly the first time these crickets are like really loud. after all this time I've been living here. And this is the August 1st. Trying to get him to come outside for a little bit. Come on. Come on, Gizmo. Come on. Outside. He's playing crazy right now. Yeah, I'm on my side porch today. And normally they're like kind of loud, but not as much or it is now. So I'm like, really? Normally, like they're like with how it is now, where you can still hear them, but for some reason tonight they're like super loud for some reason. Oh Lord, because I think tomorrow. I'm not sure what the temperature here is supposed to be tomorrow. I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know. Let me double check. Because I think right now is like 70 something, like 79. Oh, a correction is 86 right now at 7 o'clock at night. 7:15 at night. And tomorrow is supposed to be 81 with a slight chance of rain tomorrow, according to my phone. Because they said the highs was 90 today. Yeah, highs is 90 today. I was wondering why it was so freaking hot earlier when I got off. I really was. Yeah, I was like, because I didn't take the temperature at all today. Actually, I did this morning when I left for work. It was like 68 when I left work this morning. Then ever since then, I didn't check it for the rest of the day. Yeah, it's okay. I took the little splint off a little bit. I have to put the splint back on. It's feeling alright. Alright. I had to take it off for a little bit because of some fact that I had to like bend my finger. As it started to like lock up on me. So I'll put it back on before I go to bed tonight. But it still hurts though. But other than that, it's alright. and I'm still sitting here hot, and it's like really humid. Because according to my phone, even though the temperature is a certain way, and not, the temperature is a certain temperature, but with humidity, it feels like 100 degrees, and it still feels like it's really humid. I got freaking cat hair all over my eyeball. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure out if it's cat hair or dark hair in my eyeball. I'm trying to figure out which one. Like honestly, but I'm still debating if I'm going to crochet later when I get off. I'm still not sure. Cause this is like normally when it's hot like this, I normally don't even crochet anything. So what did everybody do today? I didn't really do much. Um, my husband, like I said, I was at work. 10 out of 10. I don't know, like if I want to fix something to eat or have my husband or my son make something to eat for me. Hey, Angela, sis. But I didn't take anything out for dinner at all. So we might just eat sandwiches and chips tonight for dinner. This is like today, I'm just like over here hot and humid. That's like, Lord, my dog's chain for when he's outside with me. I was wondering like what am I sitting on with my dog's chain? Oh Jesus! And then on top of that, I'm still also trying to plan another vacation for around Christmas time because there's one place I want to go to, but it's going to be too like too cold for me and my husband to go to. Because I'm trying to do a family trip around Christmas break. So you ain't never lied. Because I know like when I came home, I literally like changed out my work clothes, sat down, turned on the TV, and was out. And I was like, and I was like, well, I knew I had a live today, and didn't realize I slept past the freaking time. But I was like, oh well, no, never or later. I'd rather show up late than not at all. Cause I really was thinking about canceling tonight, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Mm. The one I had broke. Cause I had one over here behind my porch. Hey Taylor, baby, where have you been at? I've been trying to get a hold of you for like a month, and I got a bone to pick with you, Mr. Tyler. But I still love you though. I miss you. Yeah, I came up there to come see you. Come to find out you ain't there no more. Yes. And yes, I did. I texted you and called you. And I came up to visit you. I miss you. Yeah, I found out through Rebecca. Came up there looking for you. You ain't there no more. I was so mad. And you gonna be mad, Tyler. But anyways, I had a birdhouse in the back of my house. And it broke. So I never got another one. I can't. How did that thing break? Oh, I remember now. That I think it was like a couple weeks ago, like sometime in June, when we had that real nasty storm. It tipped it over, and like the wind was so hard, nipped it over and hit ground and just broke everywhere. And I never got another one. I got it used. I got it from the thrift store. It was only like $20. I love thrift stores. They be having the nicest stuff and really cheap. Cause I seen at the time when I had got that one, I see them online. They weren't like the cheapest one online was like $50. The highest was like 120. Went to a thrift store and found one for $20. And I didn't realize those things was freaking heavy until I went to go lift that thing. I was like, man, I was like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. But I do plan on getting another one soon, but I just don't know when. Maybe next summer I'll get one. Oh no, Bree, Tyler's cool. Tyler's cool. No, Bree. That's my work husband. I've been like knowing him for about maybe a little bit over a year. Me and him used to work together when I worked at Panera. I miss him like so much. Oh shit! What the fuck? Ugh. Well, that do sound so good. The whole bug just like literally flew on me. That's why I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Hold on, my son's about to step outside for a minute. Last time I had ice cream, I wound up getting sick from it. As much as I love ice cream, I really do. I'm like, it tears my stomach up, and everybody be like, "Why do you sit there and eat it?" But I be like, "It's so good." If you have, if you have any dirty clothes, that I'm washing this weekend, washing this week before you go back to school. If you have any clothes that you want to be washed, throw them in that laundry basket upstairs, and then bring them down. I know. No, like tomorrow after you get done doing the dishes. And then my son starts back to school this week, and I can't wait. And the crazy thing about like ice cream is like just the ones in the one sitting closest to the refrigerator. Like I don't know where it is. Like with me and ice cream is like a love hate relationship. Like I can eat yogurt, I can eat cheese, I can pretty much eat like anything. But with milk, I love to drink milk. But ice cream and milk are like two things that messes up my stomach. Well, I love iced coffee too. And I can also do creamer. But it's just like with ice cream and milk, those are the only two things that messes up my stomach. Like I drink coffee in the morning, and I know creamer has dairy in it. I'm fine. But if I drink milk or any kind of ice cream, eat any kind of ice cream, my stomach is like, oh no, I ain't playing with you today. I'm like, Lord. And like where I work at, I get free iced coffee all day long. And that reminds me, so yesterday, right, I was at work, and everybody that I work with knows I get three things at work: water, tea, or iced coffee. And I wind up drinking some coffee because mainly it's tea. And I call my tea diabetes because of the amount of sugar that I put in my tea. And as my one manager to ring me out for a coffee, she looked at me like I'm crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? You never get coffee. While you here, you normally get iced coffee, water, or tea. Because I'm like, and when it comes to tea, I always say ring up my diabetes. And she like completely threw her off when I asked her to ring me up for a small coffee with cream and sugar. And she was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just in the mood for a coffee right now. And did the same thing today. She was like, are you feeling well? I was like, I'm fine. I just want more coffee. She was like, you didn't drink your coffee at home? I was like, yeah, I did, but I'm just want some more. And I'll get my tea later. It was like so funny. Because her facial expression was like, uh, okay. And I love iced coffee. If I had like an iced coffee machine, I would. I really would. I don't blame you. Like ever since I had my son, like with chocolate or anything sweet, I barely eat. Like I don't really drink pop. If I get pop, I will open it and take like drink this much out of the bottle and just give the rest of it to my husband or my son because I'm like, oh damn that, I just can't finish it. Like ever since I had my son, there's a lot of things I don't really eat as much as I used to. Like chips, I still eat chips, but it's like maybe once a year, maybe. Candy. Only time I eat candy is like around Halloween time. That's once a year. Hey, Arnie. And then like a lot of things I really don't eat as much ever since I had my son. Especially and also too, I can't like before I had him. I used to eat hot and spicy food like it wasn't nothing, no heartburn or nothing. Now it's like if I try anything hot or spicy, I'm sitting there eating Tums like it's candy. That's how bad it is. Like even the slightest amount of pepper gives me heartburn, and that will last for about like 2 hours. And like my dumb self the other day, I made fried chicken the other day, right? And I was like, well, I haven't had hot sauce in a while. I put some hot sauce on my chicken. Couldn't finish it. I ate like it was like 3 pieces, and I put hot sauce on all three. Ate one and couldn't even finish the rest of my chicken because it gave me heartburn. I was like, nope. I wound up giving it to my husband. I wanted to split the other 2 pieces between my son and my husband because of some fact that I knew I wasn't going to eat the other two because I knew like just from that one it was killing me. And now my son is like a hot and spicy type of person. These gnats and flies are starting to get on my nerves. That reminds me, I do have to do another cooking video sometime this week or soon. Because I'm still debating if I want to show y'all how my version of how to make stuffed pork chops or something else. Stuffed pork chops and gravy. Girl. And it was like, and I really wanted that chicken too. I really did. Cause that night I made fried chicken and broccoli alfredo that night. The only thing I ate was the broccoli alfredo, and I was so mad. I couldn't even finish my dang on chicken because of how hot it is, and it was just typical regular hot sauce. Like stuffed pork chops is like people make their stuffed pork chops like multiple ways. Where I don't know, like I do it the easy way out, especially like if you have kids or a family. I try to make it easier for people that got kids and work full time. Hey, Kelly, and the family. That's another reason why I do meals the way I do because of the fact that if you have a family and you and your husband both work and you got kids, I try to show everybody simple, easy ways to make easy meals that you can get done within 30 minutes to an hour. But I don't know the way I want to do it. I don't know if I want to fry them or bake them after I stuff them. That's the hard part. Only one problem with that, only I don't do mushrooms. I don't eat anything that's a fungus. Cause like normally if I do make stuff for chops, I get somewhat of the thick ones. That's about like this thick, and I'll cut them open on the middle and stuff them. And but you can either bake them or fry them. I also haven't made stuffed shells in a while either, so there's also the stuffed shells I can easily make. I haven't done those in like 10 years. But the only thing is, I don't like the the uh the cheese crap. It was a certain kind of cheese that goes in stuffed shells. The filling for the stuffed shells. Kurt, what the heck is the name of that filling? But anyways, I don't really like the filling either for the stuffed shells. If you take a decent size, yeah, Ricardo, there you go. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I don't like that stuff. Even though I do know how to make them, but I just don't like the filling in them. And it's like only if you take a decent sized knife, only like like a small one, and slowly cut it, you're not going to cut your finger. If I do make this, I said if I do decide to make stuffed pork chops, I'll show you what kind of knife I use for cutting them. If I do, because I have like 6, 7 different meals I want to make. But I'm not too sure which one I want to do. Cause I normally use like a medium-sized knife to cut mines open. But you also have to have a steady hand doing it too. Because if you don't have a steady hand, that's the quickest way to cut yourself or stab yourself. The quickest way. Because I like to use a fillet knife for like one of those kind of fillet knives that use like cutting fish open. I like using those. Or sometimes a steak knife. Those also too, but you also need a steady hand to use those steak knives. And I do not know what's up with these freaking crickets today. Because normally they never this loud. And it's like really throwing me off. And it's like, what the hell? So, on that note, for the next 20 minutes, I will post a link for whoever wants to come up for the last like 20 minutes. I'm pushing it with 20 to talk about or just to hang out or whatever. Oh, you're fine, Arnie. Sometimes that happens. I get it. You realize I got cats myself, right, Arnie? Oh, crap. Okay, that's a little bit better. And it's like, and I remember, like, I'm over here looking at this tree over across the street from my house. It looks so dysfunctional. Because last year, I think last summer with this tree, they came out and cut the half the tree down because of the wires. And I remember because like I had just got off doing it overnight. Like, yeah, no, where was I working at the time? I wasn't working overnight at the time. Where was I at? Who? Oh, I was still working at Panera at the time. And I didn't have to be to work until 10. And I swear, like clockwork at 6:30 in the freaking morning, all I hear is chainsaws and weed whackers going off. And I'm like, are you serious? At like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, I was so mad. I'm like, really? I'm like, y'all really going to cut these things at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning? And do you realize those people are still sleeping until like 8? I was like, are you serious? I was like, are you serious? Oh, and I want to show y'all something too. So I was doing your inspiration the other day, and I came across a lot of free patterns for crochet and knit, and several of them I downloaded for me to do. But I also want to show y'all as well. Oh, you're good, Kelly. Hey, Crystal. So these are some of the free patterns that they got. That's like really, really easy. They even have some for beginners. If my screen decides to work. No, it decided not to work today. I think. Nope, it's not working. But they have so much free stuff. Hey, baby.
Hey sis,
How you doing?
good, good. I said, let me come up here with my sis. I have not been on here live since once.
Oh, you're good. Showing some of the free patterns I found on Your Inspiration.
Okay.
These are just a few for like beginners and stuff like that.
Right.
I found so many free patterns on here, it's not even funny. For like beginners, easy, hard.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the patterns I found are like so easy. That's where I got the pattern for the headbands from. Like hats, girl. I'm telling you, these are like really easy patterns.
They sure is.
And I'm like, the one of them I do like is, give me a second. I'm about to show you.
I like that one right there. That's
And this is a really easy pattern. I wound up downloading this one. And I'm like, oh, yes.
I like the colors.
And it says that when I download this one here, they say you can pretty much use any kind of yarn that you have.
Right.
So I'm like, why not? Simple, easy scarf sets. And it's like really simple and easy. This is just a few of them that I wanted to show everyone. That if
Right.
you go to your inspirations, and I swear the patterns are so easy, and I love it. That's where I got the patterns for the headbands from, because you know it's starting to get cold soon up here in these northern states,
Right.
and I'm like, why not?
I like that.
A what?
Oh, you can hear me?
You breaking up just a little bit.
It might be my Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Okay.
you're fine.
No, I said I like your headband that you had on your other line. Those some
Hmm.
beautiful colors.
Oh, thank
And I
you.
said, ooh, I want to.
The yarn I got for those, I was on vacation when I got the yarn, and
Uh-huh.
it's the pulling yarn from oh crap, Red Heart Super Saver. It's the pulling yarn, and I was on vacation when I got that, and I got five of them. And I know living here in PA, just for the same exact yarn, is almost $6-7.
Right.
Down where I went to, it was only $3.50 for regular price.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Linda. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and snatch up some of this yarn while it's cheap.
Right.
And I wound up buying five of them. And it was the last five that they had on sit there at the Walmart that I was at. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to grab it. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
blame you. I would do the same thing too.
I was like, yeah, I need to move down to where I went to vacation at, because
Uh-huh.
everything down there is cheaper, much cheaper, from gas to food, everything.
Right. That's how it be. Like when you travel to different places, different store, they have different prices.
Yeah,
Like
that's
over
true.
my dad's North Carolina, it's cheaper. Some stuff is cheaper down there than up here.
That is really true. And I was like, I can't wait to go back on vacation too. I didn't want to come back home. I swear I really did. I was like, do I want to come back home to reality? I really didn't want to come back home to reality. And then, like, the day I came back on a Monday, had to go back to work on a Tuesday.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I knew I should have called off that Tuesday, but I was like, I already had took 4 days off.
Right.
So I was like, might as well go. You don't understand how tired I was from vacation. It was like an hour drive coming there and back.
Wow. I believe it.
And I was like, Lord, I knew I should have took this extra day off. But I was like, no, I should be all right. I should be cool. No, got back home Monday like afternoon around like 3,
Mhm.
and I was like, I'm. It reminds you the amount of stuff that I bought while I was down there on vacation. I swear, I left with 2 bags, came back with 5,
Sound like something I would do.
and I was like, oh Lord, I had to unpack all that stuff, and it took me like 3 days to unpack everything.
Wow.
And I'm like, and then on top of that, I had to go pick up my dog from my neighbor's house because my
Mhm.
neighbor kept my dog for me. And I was like, oh, and I had to be to work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was mad.
I
Came
would be too.
came home and went to sleep. I came home and went to sleep straight after work and didn't wake up until like 6 o'clock that evening. And I was like tired from the drive. Had to
Uh
pack
huh.
up all that stuff. Still got to go get my dog from my neighbor.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't like this. And something told me to call off because of like I didn't. And what the killer part was, I didn't go to sleep until like 11 o'clock that night and had to wake up like 4 hours later. I was
Right.
mad, irritated, and everything.
Of course, 'cause you didn't get much sleep.
And I'm like, dude, couldn't do it. And then on top of that, I also had to go pick up my son on the way back home too, because he was over at his friend's house for the weekend.
Yeah.
So I was like, crap. I literally forgot about my son for about like 20 minutes. We get halfway there, and I was like, fuck, we got to go pick him up.
Baby, almost.
I'm like, crap. But I did enjoy myself though.
That's the best thing about it. I know you enjoy yourself. That-
And the killer thing is, the hotel that we was at, they had free breakfast for until like 9 o'clock, and each day they had like different types of food. Because I know Saturday morning
Mhm.
they had biscuits and gravy.
Oh.
Mm, no, the biscuits look fine, but the gravy looked like. mm.
Eh,
By look, you can tell by looking at it, something was wrong with it.
no, everybody they great now. You know, everybody-
And I'm saying, I was like, it was some kind of sausage gravy, and I'm like, I had sausage gravy before, and I'm like, and I normally eat sausage gravy, and I'm looking at it like it ain't supposed to look like this. I didn't touch it, so I wound up eating the waffles and the bagels that they had,
right.
and I also wound up drinking some apple juice that pretty much tasted like straight water.
It probably was water.
It was like it had a hit to apple, and I'm like, ain't apple juice supposed to taste like apple juice, not like straight water?
Right.
You can taste the apple, but not a lot of it. The
Yeah.
only reason why I drunk is because it was cold.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then on Sunday, we wound up having strawberry waffles,
Oh,
fried eggs, and sausage links.
sound good.
The fried eggs, they could have been a little bit better. It was dry.
Oh, how you gonna mess?
It was like I tried it because I'm the type of person that likes to eat fried eggs. The eggs
Yeah.
were still dry, and as soon as I sat down, within like a couple minutes, my eggs was cold.
Uh,
And I'm like, how do your eggs get cold within a matter of like a minute? I never had cold eggs unless I'm eating a boiled egg.
so,
And I'm like, what kind of stuff is that? But I'm like, other than that, and also needed salt and pepper. So, but other than that, I had fun. And we wound up also going to these little hole in the walls down there. I swear, it was so good. We was this place called the
um,
cafeteria. Oh my
okay.
gosh. I swear I wanted to bring food home. I swear I did with this place. And I'm like, yes. And I'm grateful
That's
that you
how I be.
came up.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't want to go to work tomorrow either.
I'm the same. Like, tomorrow, I took the week off.
Thank goodness I have a later shift tomorrow where
Hmm.
I can start at 7 instead of 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right.
I had to change my schedule for the school year. During the summertime, I don't really care what shift I got, but
Right.
during the school year, mm-mm. I have to start at 7 instead of 5 because of my son going back to school this week. and I'm afraid to finish cutting my bushes because of what happened to my finger.
Yes, please, please.
But I don't have a choice.
I know. I will cut. I got
My son is too short to reach the bushes.
you. Right.
My husband is currently disabled right now, so he can't do it. So I don't have a choice but to do it, and I refuse to pay anybody to cut my bushes.
I know. I understand. But if you cut, please.
I will try.
Okay.
That's the best I can say is I can try. And the
All
killer
right.
part is, like from here to here, if it's looking like the jungle.
Right.
So I'm like, everybody else's bushes look all nice and fancy. Mine is over here looking like somebody in the projects. And I'm like, okay, the back half look cool, but what about the front part?
hmm
So I'm like, why not? And I'm
Right.
like, and the killer thing is, I only broke the tip of it. I literally
Uh,
like, and remind you, these are my nails, right? My nails are like super long. I wound up
hmm
in the process of literally breaking half my nail off.
Oh.
Broke the tip, got a gash here on the side of my finger, like literally close enough to the cuticle. Broke that too in the process,
Oh wow.
and broke it right here too at the tip. And the way it fell, like trying for it not to drop on my feet, because I was wearing
Right.
house slippers when I was cutting my bushes. And like the way I moved back, I jumped back so when it dropped, I wouldn't like drop it on my feet. It
Right.
cut me across here and my underarm.
Oh, you gotta be careful.
Girl, I spent 5 hours in that freaking hospital.
And next time you put sneakers on, make me come down here.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I was like, my sister, I mean, go down.
I'm sorry.
It's a gas. I,
I'm sorry.
I know you think with the doctor, take the take.
I'll try this time not to kill myself.
Yeah, please don't.
It ain't my fault my bushes is taller than me. And I see you drinking a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee.
Yes, girl. Yes. Jesus. Hallelujah.
That's
Yes.
where I work at too.
Yes.
I recognize the straws.
It might take a minute, but it's good.
Bro, that's where I work at. I see so much iced coffees and coffees that ain't even funny. Oh Lord. Uh, like this morning, they had me on front register, right? Oh Lord.
I iced coffee. I drink it once in a while, but that's the only thing I do. I really don't eat too much. So
Yeah.
when I want something, I just get me an iced coffee. It tastes like a different drink, but it's okay. Still good to me.
Like this morning, they had me on front register, right? And this guy
Uh,
came in to order a large iced coffee, right? And ordered
right.
so much stuff in his iced coffee. It was just this much iced coffee at the top.
Hmm.
He ordered 3 shots of espresso,
Oh wow.
a half a cup of almond milk, bought like 15 sugars.
Oh.
And I'm like, and then on top of that, you add the flavorings is already thick as it is. He ordered
Yes.
like 9 shots of those. And I'm like, because normally it's like under $5, about $5 for a large iced coffee. When I gave this man
Right.
his total, it was damn near $10.
Yeah, cause all that stuff.
No, correction. It was like almost 12. It was almost $12, and it was just this much iced coffee in it.
Wow, that's diabetes waiting to happen.
And I'm like, and he comes in 3 days a week and get the same exact thing. And the only thing I gotta do is just look at him. You getting your usual?
Uh huh.
He like, dang, I'm like, look, you get the same thing 3 days a week, and it's just nothing but a heart attack waiting to happen.
That's
And
like
I'm like, dude,
diabetic coma, just waiting to call his name.
and I'm like, dude, and his wife came in with him, right?
Hmm.
And I looked, and she was like, dang, she knows your order. I was like, yes, ma'am. He comes in here 3 days a week, damn near every week. And all I got to do is just look at
Right.
him like the usual. She was like, dang. And when I told them the price of just his coffee, and she was like, that's how much you spent on an iced coffee 3 days a week? She was like, yes. And she only got a small coffee with just cream and sugar in it.
Wow.
And these breakers are
I
getting on my nerves.
once
But I am going to
because
go ahead
my
and stay up after. I am
hmm
going to go ahead and end because I've been on for an hour and a minute. So, everyone, peace, love, and happiness, y'all.
yes, peace and love and happiness.